Hey, what's up, y'all? So this is the trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. I'm really excited for this movie. I'm a fan of the Fantastic Four. I like the old, two movies. I have seen the 2015 movie once, but I'm not gonna say too much because I don't really remember a lot from that movie. I just know that a lot of people didn't like that movie, but the previous two movies, those were great. I have seen those movies so many times that I have not gotten bored at all. Like those movies were great, man. Those two movies. Other than the fact that Galactus was a cloud, but still, I don't know. Maybe it was a budget thing. A lot of people always seem to complain about that when it comes to that those two movies. But those two movies were great, so I'm excited to see MCU's take on the Fantastic Four and how they're gonna do Fantastic Four. I just don't agree with one casting in particular. You have seen a lot of people say that, but Reed Richards' casting is not the best one in here. The others, I'm fine. And even with Ben Grimm, I think he was already playing a character in the MCU. He wasn't the Punisher. So I guess since he's gonna be a rock the whole time, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, Reed Richards, his character's casting was not great, man. I mean, literally anybody could have been Reed Richards. What I mean. I'm not hating on Pedro Pascal, but he's a great actor, but not for Reed. Like literally, you could have chosen anybody to play Reed Richards. I don't know if John Krasinski didn't want to play that character anymore because that was like the number one fan cast for Reed Richards, and he did play him in Doctor Strange. So I don't know. That was maybe like a one-off thing that he just wanted to play the character to give the fans what they want, and then he didn't want to play it anymore. I don't know what was the case, but still, I feel like they could have gone for other better choices. So I don't know. Maybe since Marvel nowadays they care a lot about diversity. Maybe he was like the one diversity guy in the group. You know what I mean? Like even I think the 2015 Fantastic Four. Michael B. Jordan played Johnny Storm, so I feel like they just couldn't help themselves with not including diversity in everything. So I guess he was like the diversity guy of the group. But I don't know, man. Whatever. So yeah, I'm excited for this movie, and I think the director for this movie was also the one who made WandaVision. So that kind of made me more excited because WandaVision was actually a good show. It's just kind of underrated. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but yeah. So whatever. I'm just gonna watch this trailer and see how it is. Right. So let's go. Okay.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week.
Yeah, you could actually I literally just mentioned WandaVision and you could actually see how it looks. It looks very similar to how WandaVision looked like because of the retro, style that they did. It's very similar to WandaVision. You could tell it's from the same director. So, all right.
Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
They at least could have taken off his mustache. That
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Herbie, all right.
Yeah, I'll be the judge.
Okay, comic accurate thing. His CGI kind of looks off.
Okay, is this guy good or what?
His voice is kind of not suitable.
Okay.
So I don't know.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time,
Okay, so
you
they're
couldn't
showing
turn
the
invisible.
flashbacks.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah.
He does look like the thing.
Johnny never caught fire.
He looks contact
Ben
accurate.
has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here.
Okay, her powers are cool.
Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it.
It's Galactus, the cloud. Finally, bro, he's not a cloud.
As a family.
That's gonna be great. Alright, that looks cool. That was a cool trailer, bro. Yeah. Yeah, okay. speaking of the thing, sorry, you know what? That sounded kind of stupid, but Ben Grimm. I feel like that might be a joke anytime soon nowadays. The thing, but yeah, whatever. So I feel like he looked great. Um, it was comic accurate. He also looked like the old, remember the old Fantastic Four? There was one back in the day that I think never got released or something. He looked similar like that too. Or no. I don't know. There was like this old picture that I saw of the thing. I don't know if it was from that movie or not, but it looked like this. This design was what I saw it as. So I don't know if that it's from that old movie that never got released or what. I don't know. I just remember seeing it somewhere, and this is exactly how it looked like. So this is also like comic thing. He looks great. So I just didn't like his voice very much. I feel like I'm used to hearing the thing's voice being a bit deeper, because even in the animated shows I've seen, the thing, his voice is kind of deep. In the movies, it was kind of deep. So I'm not sure. Like I don't know, his voice seems too soft or something. Like I can't really see him saying it's clobbering time with like a baby voice. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not a baby voice like particularly, but like for him, I mean, I feel like it should have been more a deeper voice, and I don't know why. I feel like the thing was smaller. Wait, wait, let me go to that part. Yeah, I think he looks kind of small, man. Or is it the same size, even with the old the thing from the old Fantastic Four movies? I'm not so sure. I don't want to comment too much because this is just a first trailer, a teaser actually. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to say much. And his the way he looked, um, you could I don't know. I felt like it was like unfinished CGI or something. Like you could tell it's CGI. You get what I mean? Like you compared with like the Hulk. The Hulk is also CGI, but it looks real. You get what I mean? And with him, it's also CGI, but you can tell it's CGI. It doesn't look real enough. So that was the only issue. I'm like, this looks kind of animated. It doesn't look real. But his design is great. It's just his voice, and I don't know whether since this is only the teaser, maybe they haven't really like fully done with his like CGI yet. I don't know. I don't know what to say here. But also yeah, Galactus. Where that shot?
Together.
Yeah, bro, he looks great. The horns and everything. I forgot who's playing Galactus, but this is gonna be great. But I'm just confused whether or not he is gonna be the main villain of this movie because I don't know. I feel like it's too soon what they're doing with all these villains because we got Kang, and then they never really continued with Kang, and then all of a sudden they introduced Doctor Doom, now Galactus. Like they're going too fast with all these like really big bads. You get what I mean? So I feel like they should give more time and to actually use this villain instead of using him in like one movie. So like I don't know. Excuse me. So I don't know if Galactus is gonna be used as the main villain in this movie. Like I don't know, maybe they're just gonna do him like Kang, in Ant-Man, where they're gonna let you know that hey, this guy exists. This guy is really powerful. Galactus, he's there. He's a villain. He's really powerful. We're just gonna let what he's capable of. So I don't know if that's the case where they're gonna use him like that to just like introduce him to most people who don't know who Galactus is, because the only other time we actually even got a a reference or a glimpse of Galactus in live action was probably in the old Fantastic Four movie, when he was a cloud, and I think there was like one shot that showed his helmet inside the cloud. So I think that was the only ever time Galactus was in live action. So maybe that's what they want to do to show how he could be a big bad, and then eventually they could use him as like a bigger whole like a villain for the entire saga. You get what I mean? So I don't know, maybe that's what they're gonna do with him. Doctor Doom 100% could be in this movie because he's gonna be the big bad in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. So yeah, I think this movie is gonna have a bunch of villains in this movie, man. Yeah, maybe Mole Man could be in this too, cause I don't know, bro. Mole Man's kind of stupid, but I remember Mole Man from the old Fantastic Four video game. So because he wasn't in the movie, but he was in the game. But yeah, yeah, I'm really excited for this movie, man. This project I feel like could potentially be like um something that's gonna be like the starting point for the end of this saga. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be that movie. And I don't think Marvel should also mess this up because I think this year they have a lot of projects that I feel like they could really use this project to show that like, hey, we're back. You know, we have Captain America next week. Um, we have the Thunderbolts, and also what else is coming out? The Daredevil. Like this is a great year, man, for all these Marvel content. I don't know what else. Fantastic Four, yeah. So these four projects, I feel like they can really utilize it. I think Thunderbolts is Thunderbolts Phase 6 because I'm not so sure. I think Thunderbolts is the first project of Phase 6. So I think these are the projects they should really use, you know, especially Daredevil and also this. I can see this movie being something that's gonna set up the entire like the entire the MCU going forward. So because this movie they're gonna introduce Galactus, Doctor Doom, 100% gonna be in this movie because he's the one who's most like involved with the Fantastic Four. So this movie could really be that movie that's gonna set up MCU going forward. So I think they should really not mess up this movie, you know, because if they mess up this movie, like it's gonna be bad for the rest of the MCU. So they should focus more on actually giving us good storytelling. You know, go back to how Phase 1 to 3 was because Phase 1 to 3 was like really story driven. You know, every single detail, even if it's just like a one liner detail, it eventually comes back in another movie where like you really have to watch every movie to understand something. Like five movies, like you could see something in this movie that it's caused by somebody saying a sentence 5 movies ago, and then if you don't know it, you might not get it. So it was really story driven in Phase 1 to 3. Now it's more like, yeah, let's just focus all these female characters. Let's just like they're just focusing a lot of on all these female characters. It's not even about story anymore. They're just focusing more on female characters, race swapping almost everybody they can get their hands on. Just making a lot of dumb comedy. Like I don't really like the MCU right now. You can basically skip half of the movie and shows in Phase 4 and Phase 5, and you can still watch Avengers Doomsday with no issues at all. So that's really bad. So I feel like going forward, they should use this project that's coming soon, especially Fantastic Four, to yeah, uh, they should really, man. I miss the MCU, bro. I don't know why I'm still here. You know, like I loved Phase 1 to 3, and seeing Phase 4, Phase 5 basically be a huge dumpster fire. Like most of it are mediocre at best. And like they all focus nowadays MCU. They know that they can't pull people anymore, and what they're doing is like they keep bringing back all the old like they're just using nostalgia nowadays to make people watch certain movies because they can't make a good story movie anymore because they keep focusing on the wrong things. They keep focusing on being diverse and the gender thing. Like they keep focusing on all of that shit that they know they can't pull people anymore, and then they're just like focusing on bringing back all the old actors. Like that's why in the first place they brought back Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom because I feel like anybody could play Doctor Doom, but they chose him for that specific reason because they know when Iron Man, Captain America, all these guys were in the MCU was at a peak, and once these guys were gone, they don't know what to do anymore. So you know what I mean? So they just started doing a lot of garbage stuff. And that's exactly why the MCU is kind of a big crap nowadays. So yeah, man, this has got to be one of those that project, bro. Please let it be because I don't know what other projects are coming out after this movie. I don't know Blade is ever gonna happen. I'm not so sure, man. I'm not really up to date with what the future projects are anymore. So yeah, man. I hope this movie turns out to be really great. I'm really excited for the Fantastic Four. All right, man. So yeah, that is all from me for from this trailer. This trailer was great. Yeah. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention something which I don't want to talk too much about because I don't know. Maybe it was just for this since it's a teaser. But we didn't see Reed use his powers at all, did we? Because also, wait, I noticed something in the end shot with the four of them. Wait, where was it? Shit.
Family.
Okay, yeah, look, I noticed this earlier, but I thought it was probably nothing. But Reed is the only one in this group that doesn't have that his suit looks different. You know, his shoulders it's not like, doesn't have the white stripes or, white thing in it. And also, he was the only one in the trailer we never saw him use his powers. I didn't want to think too much of it. I thought maybe, whatever, maybe they just didn't want to show us much about his powers. But I don't know, seeing his suit looks different. He's the only one who never uses powers. He was talking about everybody like Johnny could was caught on fire. Ben is a rock. You could turn invisible, but he didn't say anything about himself could be able to stretch. And we saw all the other three use their powers except for Reed. And Reed is the only one who looks different here. Is that supposed to mean something, or am I just thinking too much here? So I don't know. Maybe since this is a teaser, they don't want to show much, but still, we saw all the others use their powers. Other than himself, even when talking about them having powers, he didn't mention himself. Or yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. Maybe in the next trailer they will show him use his powers, but I don't know. What if this is supposed to mean something though? Like, what if he's the only person that didn't get any powers? What if this is the Reed Richards in the multiverse that can't stretch? I don't know, bro. Yeah, whatever. I feel like that will piss people a lot. Like piss off people a lot, but people are gonna be so mad. Like you can't get it right for once. Yeah, whatever, bro. Anyways, yeah, that is all for this trailer. Thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed this. So comment down below what you thought about this trailer. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.